Hi, I'm Isa and I'm a safari guide. Like, what? That's what people ask me when I start introducing myself or talking about my job. But that's technically not true. I'm also an entrepreneur, safari company owner. We do have an MPO for female empowerment within Botswana. So, well, yeah, there are also other stuff. But wait, people ask me often, like, how did this all start? How do you come up with the idea to become a safari guide? Because I was working for 10 years in finance in Switzerland, and I've never been on a safari before, neither have I been to Southern Africa. So that's my story. Well, it all started 2017. I was in Berlin actually meeting former students or colleagues. I was studying in China, and then my flight home to Switzerland was delayed, and you can do lots there. So I just bought randomly a book, and this book was about a woman who became a safari guide. And I was reading this book within 2 days. I was fascinated by the story, the courage and everything. And I was like thinking about, maybe I could do the same actually, because I was a bit bored in my daily life and I love to explore, and I was like, So I did some research, and finally I got in contact with the author, and she replied, and she sent me some information about this camp in Botswana, and I just booked. And everyone was laughing in Switzerland because they thought that this is going to be such a touristic case or institution where we are tourists, and out there it's not a proper safari guide school. So I went there half a year later, and I arrived and I was literally with the Botswana guides. They were just doing their exam there, and myself, having no clue, the first time out there in nature on this big vehicle, and first time I've seen zebras in nature and giraffes, and I was completely blown away. And then I realized, wow, that's a lot to learn. But after the third evening I realized, man, I can't go back. I was looking for reconnection. I was looking for figuring out what my sense or basic instinct actually is, and if I would still survive in nature. Then I just found the answer, and it was a big yes, and it was a yes to changing my life completely. And so I came back after this trip, and in the same evening literally I quit my apartment. I started to give away and selling my stuff within 2 months. I was living then on different couches in Switzerland, still working in finance, and then doing more and more exams, doing the walking guide, the rifle handling, and here I am now, 3 years later. If you want to know more about my story, just follow me on the different social media channels. See you next time.